How's it going, everyone? I hope you're having an awesome day. It has been a little bit since I've done this, I think. I don't know. I don't remember the last time I streamed. I don't really remember the last time I did anything. I know I did a Prime News, I think, last week. One video, something like that. Oh, man. It's been a hell of a couple months. It's been a hell of a couple of years. Like, hell of a year, I really should say. Not a couple of years. Hell of a year. Um, First off, to start off by shouting out to everyone in the chat. Metro Cloudborn's here, Ryan Lisa, Sonic Man the Best, Smashy Plays, Ultimate Keymaster, who's apparently taking a shower. Mr. Phalange's here as well, Alex Boyer, Justin Caldero. Let's see here, Sweet Life of Dio Brando. Segwin the Pikachu fan is here as well. Hope you guys are having an awesome night. I'm sure some more people will chime in as well. I'll try to shout you out as we go here. So I put up a community post today, about an hour ago. This is actually something I've been thinking about for a couple weeks. I guess before I say anything, there is a new video coming out tonight. It's already done. It's already uploaded, actually. I still have to work out the title and the description and the thumbnail for it, but that'll take me like 15 minutes after the stream is done, and then I'll go ahead and send that live. So there will be a video tonight at some point here. But instead of sending the video, like I could have sent the video live and then did the live stream, but the live stream could have cannibalized the video views. So I think it makes sense just to send the video live after the actual stream here. Sierra is here, the chosen one. How's it going? Mr. Veka is here as well. So for starters, part of me doing the stream is just because I want to waste a little time tonight, waiting on my fiance to get back from a friend's house. So. I just had some time to waste. I got a video done, and I'm chit-chatting with you guys. Another one is just because I haven't talked to you guys in a long time, and I figured that it's time to have a little conversation just about where the channel's going, the comeback trail for me at Nintendo Prime, just as it regards to the channel. Not my personal life, not my work, not my finances, not any of that bullshit. We're talking just the channel itself. And before I can really talk about the future of the channel, I kind of have to reflect on the past of the channel. This channel was probably at its healthiest in the first from really like December of 2017 through August of last year. That's really the healthiest the channel was. Almost a year span there, about 9 months or so. 10 months, I suppose, where Nintendo Prime, I would argue, was the best Nintendo Prime has ever been. And this is just across the board. Like, literally everything you could think of that might matter for a YouTube channel and for a content creator was at its best during that 10-month period. Revenue was obviously, at an all-time high. That's great. That's awesome. That wasn't why I was making the content. Which is interesting because that kind of ties into the future of the channel. But revenue was at an all-time high. The live stream, super chats, and donations were crazy. I mean, our stream record, which is still on my board of like $700-something, crazy about number that happened during that time span, as did several other streams that went over 200, 300, 400 bucks a stream. You guys like ever watch Player Essence's stream sometimes, and you see the crazy donations he gets like every stream? That's what my streams were getting. It was nuts. His streams were getting more views, but not as many donations. My streams got less views, but tons of donations. It was crazy, and I didn't really ask for any of it. People just did it. As an example, Torn and Prince with a $2 super chat. Woo! Thank you so much for tuning in. A little setback for a big comeback. Yes, there's donation links and all that down in the description as well if you'd like to use the Streamlabs donation link or PayPal or all that instead of using super chats. But that's neither here nor there. The grander point here is that it was weird because I didn't ask for money back then. I didn't e-bag, I suppose, is the way to do it. And it's weird because there were a couple things we did do. We raised money to go to E3 that year. That was paid for by the public, and that only happened because the fans of the Nintendo Prime told me to do it. I didn't want to ask, but you guys are like, hey, look, we got you. And then Be Righteous and some other people came through big time and totally got me and got Eric and I to go to E3 that year. And we've been to E3 last year, and we'll probably be there next year and every year moving forward. We'll see how future plans go. But I didn't really beg for the money. I didn't really anything. I didn't ask people to give money. They just did. And I think I know why. One, when you beg for money, you get less money than if you don't beg. That's been very clear to me. And two, it wasn't about the money. But like when people were donating these crazy amounts of money, it wasn't because they were trying to pay my bills or trying to help me. Like they were just doing it because they liked me as a content creator. They liked my content. Bottom line, my content was king during that 10-month period. I was only uploading, I uploaded every day, but there was no time scheduled. Like there was no, I'm uploading at 10 a.m. every day or 12 p.m. Or there was no schedule on how many videos I would have per day. But I always had one video a day. One video a day, 7 days a week. Happened every single time, no matter what. I didn't really have a consistent schedule, but I had a consistency in daily uploads. And the content was all over the place, from editorials to opinion pieces. There were a lot more opinion pieces back then. Individual news slices, stuff like that, some combo videos. No real top fives or list videos or anything like that. Just a lot of opinion, a lot of editorial content, and then some news sprinkled in there as well, a lot of that. And what became clear to me in looking back on the videos during that 10-month period, everything was about the passion of what I was talking about. And it came through in the video. Even if the audio wasn't the best, even if the on-camera presence, if there was one, wasn't the best, even if I didn't look the best or sound the best, the editing might not have been the greatest, the message was coming through. The passion in my words and my word choice and my vocabulary and my voice and how I presented my ideas and my opinions to you guys, everything, even if you disagree with me, came through passionately. You could tell that I really, really cared about the content itself, and the money and everything else came secondary. Even in the live streams when I would play Splatoon, I played Splatoon a lot back then with all you guys, a little bit of Fortnite later on in the year. You could tell in that content, even in those streams, that I'm just there to have a good time and mess around and play with you guys. And all the donations and the super chats just, they made things more interesting and made them more fun and led to crazy reactions on stream and lots of drinking nights and stuff like that. Like it was just all fun. It was all based in having a good time, just us getting together, having an amazing time. And just continuing basically what I do in the videos, which is have fun and show my passion, and then continue that in the live streams while I play games with you guys and talk with you guys, and have drinks and all that. Like it was just a lot of fun. And then kind of shifted towards the end of 2018. And a lot of that shift came from, first off, this. You see this? This space here you guys have seen. Back there without the green screen up, you've seen it for the podcast, and all. Like, that's when I started getting a little bit overly ambitious. Everything up to that point was mostly recorded in this little tiny room I have over here that's now just a storage area, and everything was short, concise, and it was really hard to work in. And I was excited to move into this giant space. And put in a lot of effort and work. And when I did that, I told myself the reason I'm doing that is because I want to provide some more variety in my content. I didn't want every video to be me sitting in this chair or me sitting at a desk. I wanted there to be at least 3 or 4 sets, and I have 3 or 4. I actually have 4 sets right now, but they're not really utilized, right? Like, when's the last time you guys saw my gaming collection stuff in the background? I still have it set up here, but when's the last time you actually saw it? So, it's one of the, heck, when's the last time you saw the podcast desk? Like, actually, Eric and I sitting at the desk. You guys haven't seen that in 2 months, since August 5th, I think was the last time. So, over 2 months since I sat at that desk. And, actually, it was more like 2 months and a week, because then, just because it came out on the 5th, we actually recorded it earlier, but whatever. And so, I got really ambitious. And in my ambition, I kind of lost focus of things. And that was towards the end of 2018. I still had a lot of passion. I was still putting out videos pretty much every day, except when this was under construction. But I wasn't... I never really realized the amount of pressure I was putting on myself. Because at the time, when you're working in such a little tiny space, and you only have like 2 areas to record, which is basically in front of your computer or behind a little desk, and it's a tiny desk and it's cramped, and you got to move the lighting, and you just kind of accept the quality of things the way they are, because I can't do much about it because I'm in such a little 8x8 room. Expanding into all of this, it kind of overwhelmed me. Let's just say that it overwhelmed me. And I was trying to get into a flow in it because I knew what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted the Prime News to be a thing every single day, Monday through Friday. I knew I wanted that thing. I've always wanted to do a show like that. It was nice to have a show like that. And I couldn't do that in the old space. It just wasn't possible. I couldn't really use a green screen, standing in front of a green screen at all in the old space. There just wasn't room for it, even though we painted an entire wall of green screen for the podcast. It just wasn't room for me to stand in that space to record. You only had to sit at the desk. There wasn't room. And the gaming collection in the background was always kind of weird because it was kind of spread all over the office. And it's just nothing about that space felt claustrophobic. So when I came out here, I thought I got all this ambition. I got this gaming set that I'm going to use all the time. I got this I'm going to use all the time. Heck, I have a TV set up over here that's more like a man cave with a bunch of sports stuff that I wanted to use a bit more often for certain video types, like where I was sitting on the couch, and then you could see other stuff in the background, like see like a long view of the office in the background, sitting on the couch. And even then, that's only been used in one video, and that was a Prime Family video. Instead, I mostly don't even use this. Like, I have this huge TV down here, this huge 4K TV that I basically don't even use. The last time I watched anything on it myself was probably a Bucks playoff game, maybe. I really don't use it that much. So it made me realize that I built this space and I'm not really utilizing it, and I put too much pressure on me to utilize it. I got away from focusing on the fun and the passion in creating the content and tried too much to be this professional, upping the quality standards of everything with this camera, the microphones. What I need the most is new lighting, and I don't have that. And new sets, and I focused on all this stuff and let the quality of the content and the messaging of the content suffer. Basically, standing in front of all my gaming collection and not sitting at this chair with information readily available in front of me, I ended up getting nervous. I ended up fumbling through my words and having to do all these takes because I couldn't remember what I wanted to say because I wasn't in a comfortable position. Now, part of the reason I wasn't in a comfortable position is because I'm overweight. And I made no bones about that. I blew up. I became a blimp, in my opinion, and led to some health issues in the last year. And I don't know. I didn't like what I was becoming, and I didn't like the way I looked on camera standing up, as an example. I still am not really that sure how I like myself looking like this. I mean, I got double chin action going on here that hopefully will be gone here in a year, but I don't like it. I don't like how I look. And it made me, I'd always be standing up and looking at the camera and making sure that, I'm not turning too much to the side so people don't see my belly sticking out an extra 1.5 feet or whatever the hell it's doing. Or you see like the little extra piece of fat that's here from my old hernia that they didn't take out during surgery. And I became so subconsciously aware of all of this crap that it started to not be about the content anymore. And that was towards the end of 2018. Now, you get into 2019, and most of you know, maybe some of you don't because you're newer to the channel, because it's been a long time. I lost my longtime job, a job I had held for 12 years, on January 1st of this year. And that job afforded me a luxury. It afforded me a massive luxury. It made me not need to worry about how much money I made doing YouTube. Yes, I was making good money, $2,000 to $3,000 a month, if I'm being honest, from live stream and ad revenue. But I was able to make that kind of money on YouTube because I wasn't worrying about money in the first place. I had that other job. That other job paid all my bills and it enabled me to take care of my family and live a more comfortable life. We started that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Switch giveaway during that time when I was doing well and had no indication I was even going to lose my job on January 1st. So that sucked. And that job gave me the free time to just create content like crazy on YouTube and enjoy this and be passionate about it and not worry about the money. And any money I do make from YouTube is just like extra money in my pocket that I didn't plan to have. And then that happened, and I decided at the time that, well, I make decent money on YouTube already. Why don't I just try to go full time? Mistake. Mistake number one in 2019 is trying to replace my real job with YouTube. And it wasn't a mistake in so much that I didn't think I could make it on YouTube, that I wanted to make it and be passionate and be able to do YouTube for a living. That's still a dream of mine. I do dream about being able to do YouTube for a living. But what happened as soon as I lost that job and decided I was going to try to go full bore with YouTube is, not only was I already being confused in this new space and just too subconscious and confused and not getting used to it and comfortable, I started making videos to make money rather than making videos because I enjoy it. And I think that came through in the content. I think that came through in how sporadic things got, because I had never experienced crunch or experienced getting worn out or experienced stress making videos. Up to that point, I had thoroughly enjoyed pretty much everything I was doing, besides how uncomfortable I was in my new space. So at that point, when I started making videos for money rather than making videos because I enjoy them, I burned out. I burned out many times and would just keep pushing out videos because got to pay those bills, got to take care of my kids. And then when I wasn't making enough off the videos because ad revenue tanked, because viewership was going down, because my videos weren't as good or as consistent, and some of the videos I was making, like editorials, just kind of vanished. And then I would overpromise content and underdeliver on the content because I had all these plans, and then they don't really come to fruition because I'm not passionate about what I'm doing and I'm just doing it for the money. And it led to me e-bagging a whole crap load on live streams. And that sucked. And then I asked for money for E3, and then I reneged and said I don't need money for E3. I'll just take care of it myself. I never should have asked in the first place. And all this crap. Like, all this stuff started compounding. And this all led up to my heart attack, because very much YouTube was part of the stress that led to my heart attack, in addition to my weight and my blood pressure. And the weight of YouTube on my shoulders, because I wasn't doing YouTube for the right reasons. I always told people I'm doing it for the passion of it, for the love of it. But if I'm being honest, in 2019, I was trying to make as much money as possible. And that led to me not doing YouTube for the right reasons. And that sucks. It sucks coming to that realization that you're not doing YouTube for the reasons that you should be. At least the reasons I think you should be doing it. And the reasons I think you should do YouTube are primarily, first and foremost, because you enjoy doing it. You're passionate about creating content. It's not wrong to want to make money on YouTube. I don't think there's a problem with having that ambition to make money, or even if you've achieved that ability to make money. Like, I do make money on my channel, not much. I mean, I'll tell you guys right now. Last month, my channel made $220. And I don't even know how the hell it did that when I only uploaded like 7 videos. But somehow made $220. Probably mostly from some super chats and during live streams or something. This month the channel's made, God, we're a weekend, the channel's made like $5, $10. Like, it's made like nothing. And that's expected. And I didn't care back in the day. There were months in 2017 in particular where I was making maybe $100 a day, but it didn't matter. Or $100 a day, $100 a month. It didn't matter. And then when things were going really well and I was making $2,000 to $3,000 back in 2018, that was great and everything. And I got a little complacent, thinking that, I'm just going to continue to make $2,000 to $3,000 forever, and to go full time I need to make $5,000. So then, like, I need this and I need that, and it's just, it ended up not being the right approach to YouTube. And what sucked is I burned out many times. Kept putting up videos. I would vanish sometimes for a weekend. Say, I'm finally taking a much needed vacation. And it was a vacation. I would go do something fun or whatever, but at the end of doing that fun thing, I didn't really want to come back to YouTube. I kind of reluctantly came back. And as soon as I started feeling like that, which was during the summer, that's when I started working other jobs, because one, I wasn't making enough money, so I had to have money coming in. But I always had this thing, I'll come back to YouTube, and YouTube will eventually turn around. And it just wasn't turning around because I wasn't making content for the right reasons. It's strange today that I could be 22,000 subscribers ahead of when this whole amazing train started and things were going really well for the channel, but be getting less viewership and less new subscribers and less money, less ad revenue, less stream revenue. Like, I have 42 people watching the stream right now, right? Back then, I would only have like 18 people watching the stream, but I would make like $400. It was crazy. Like, all 18 of them would just give money like crazy for some odd reason. I have no idea why. Some of them might still be here, but I have no idea, why they did that. They just did it, and I didn't ask them to. So, I think that I realized over the last 2 weeks that I needed to step away from YouTube. I know I did a Prime News episode last week. That was kind of a test video. Because I needed to reevaluate things at the channel and whether or not I wanted to even continue to make videos, or maybe I was going to be done. Maybe, I had the heart attack. YouTube was part of the stress for that. Maybe it's time to walk away. But something funny happened over the last week. I started getting the itch for YouTube again. Something I haven't felt 7 months, 8 months. I felt a pull to YouTube, a pull to create content again. And it's weird because I sold my Switch, which was a tough decision, to pay some bills. I sold my Switch. Call it a mistake if you want. And now I have this like pull to come back to YouTube and do all this amazing stuff. And now I don't have the system to do the amazing stuff. So like this pull to create content is there, but then some of the passion for the content isn't there because I can't play the games. I can't play the Dragon Quest 11 S's of the World or Echoes of an Elusive Age or whatever it's called, a definitive edition. I can't play the Astral Chains. I can't play The Witcher 3 that just came out. I can watch other people play. I can watch YouTube. I can watch live streams. It's not the same as playing it yourself. It never has been. And it's weird because I want to talk about all these games, but then like I'm not playing them, so I feel like a hypocrite if I talk about games I'm not playing, knowing that I don't even have the ability to play them, even for a little bit, even like borrowing a cartridge from a friend or something, or borrowing someone else's digital account for the weekend or whatever, and enjoying some games that they might have that if they're going to tell me they're not going to play that weekend. Because I've had some of my people in my audience say, hey, look, you can just borrow my account and play these digital games over the weekend if you want. I just won't play my Switch. And it's like, I don't know if I'm cool with that. But I mean, it's nice to have that offered to me, but then like, I don't even have a Switch to do it. And no, I'm not like saying, go buy me a Switch or anything. That's not the point of me bringing this up. It's that I do regret selling my Switch. I regret it big time. I wish I would have sold the damn GPU inside my computer, if I'm being honest with you. Even though I use this computer for streaming and editing, I could have still used my laptop for streaming and editing. Worst case scenario, would have been slower. But hey, content really wasn't coming out anyways, so what's it matter if it's slower to edit and slower for this, and I can just get a new GPU later when I can afford it, right? Like that should have been what I probably did instead. I should have sold my GTX 1070, which would have netted me about the same money I got for my Switch anyways, to pay the bill I was paying at the time. But I wasn't thinking clearly because I just wasn't passionate about this anymore. I missed the Switch like literally 2 days after I sold it because I wasn't passionate about making YouTube content doesn't mean I wasn't passionate about games. I still wanted to play games. I've been itching to play games like crazy. I have not played a video game now in a month, and it's kind of driving me insane a little bit. Because when I'm stressed, when I'm like, I turn to games and I can't. I mean, I play some games on my PC time to time, but it's just not the same as firing up Breath of the Wild, and escaping in that world again and stuff like that. So I miss it. And I'll get it back when I can get it back. So all of this is to say that when I felt this pull to come back to YouTube, I felt like if I was going to come back to YouTube, I need to do it right. And what does right even mean? Obviously, making the videos for the right reason. So yeah, I want to make money. Who doesn't want to make money? Who doesn't want to make money off their hobbies, off their passions, off their whatever you want to call this dang YouTube thing? Of course I want to make money. But honestly, if that's the only reason I'm doing content, then I shouldn't be doing content at all. So what I decided is that if I'm going to come back and do this, I'm going to do it right. And that means I'm going to do the content I want to make. I'm going to have the fun I want to have. And I am still going to gauge things with the audience to see what works and what doesn't, because obviously there are some things that I enjoy making a wide variety of content, if I'm being honest with you. But if a certain type of content doesn't click with the audience, doesn't click with the YouTube audience and not gaining any traction, maybe I shouldn't spend my time on that, because I only do have a finite amount of time to make videos for YouTube. So one thing I'm doing this week, really the only thing I'm doing this week, is I'm going to be creating a variety of content. Tonight there will be a news video going up. I know how news videos do. They ebb and flow. The bigger the news is, or the more popular the news item is, the better the video does. That's just the way news goes. So you can have a news item blow up to 10,000 views, or it could just get like 500 views because nobody cares. Thank you, Timothy Bryce, so much for your $2.99 USD super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you. High five. Ha. I don't know if should we make a thing on my channel. High five in the camera. Anyways, so I'm gonna do a wide variety of content. There's gonna be a news video, which is coming out tonight. There's gonna be at least one editorial video. There's gonna be an opinion piece as well. Maybe a discussion type video. I don't know. Maybe the opinion and discussion video might overlap. I'm not sure yet. And I want to try a top 5/top 10 video as well. And I just kind of want to see how it resonates with the audience I already have, and what content seems to be what people are enjoying more than others. And then I will, over the weekend, kind of figure out, heck, there'll probably be a Prime Answers this week as well. And over the weekend, I'm just going to figure out what content works best with the schedule I have to do stuff next week. Now, obviously, included in that is live streams. I don't want to ditch live streams. I don't know how often they're going to be yet or when they're going to be, but I will try. Once I kind of get the videos on track, I'll try to find a more consistent schedule for streams and the timing of those streams. Right now we're at night. I know that I actually have more people watching during the day when I do it during the day, but whatever. I'll figure it out what works with my schedule. Plus, the fiance is currently fielding different job interviews right now, so her schedule is going to be all weird. So I'm going to also work my streams around her schedule and my content around her schedule, because I want to make sure we still have time for us. I don't want to work my job and then do this, and she's working her job. Next thing you know, we just have no time together. That would suck. That's not what I want. It's not what I want for my kids as well. They have school and everything. I got to sort all that out. But that's just life, not your guys' concern. So that's why I don't want to commit to a consistent schedule. And there probably won't be even when I commit to a schedule next week, there won't be any times. It's not going to be you can expect a video at 10 a.m. every single day. Not going to happen. I know that's worked for other channels, like Spawn Wave, when he has his news wave thing, lands at a certain, I don't even know what time it is, but it lands at a certain time every morning, Monday through Friday. You know that. And if he has a second video that day, it usually lands at a certain time as well. And that's great, and that works for him, and I wish him all the success in the world that he's already experiencing. But unfortunately, it's not something that works for me and works for my life. It just doesn't work for me. I can't stick to a schedule like that. But what I can do is get daily updates, get daily videos out. That is something I am able to do, is to get a video out per day. But we'll see what I end up committing to. Maybe it's only 3 videos a week, 4 videos, 5, 7. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I know I need to get the podcast going again. I deeply, deeply missed the podcast. That's probably the only piece of content in the last 2 months I missed. And the reason I missed is because I do it with other people. Eric and I haven't hung out in a month. Granted, he's had a lot of stuff going on in his life, so it's not just that, the podcast isn't going on. We've just literally been busy. I've been dealing with all my health stuff. And then, obviously, 5J Gaming that joined it as well. He's been missing the podcast, itching to get back at it. And I want to get that podcast going again. It is the only piece of content that's promised to our patrons, and hasn't happened in 2 months. So, got to get that back on track. Jonathan Hernandez hits us with the $2 super chat. It says, "Follow your passion, man. You got this. I got your back. High five." Yeah. So Mitchell Claiborne got all excited about Prime Answers. I know how much you love that. And there's other things as well that I want to get going again. I want to get NintendoPrime.net back up. It is currently offline because I can't afford to pay the bill. I want to get it back up because I want to get back to doing a little journalism, believe it or not. I actually kind of miss my days of doing a little bit of journalism, so I wanted to get that going a little bit. I don't care if the forum community gets going anymore. That used to be a big focus. I want to get the forums going. I care more about just having a place to post some news that maybe I don't make videos about, and stuff like that. It's kind of my thought process is there's a lot of news I care about that maybe I'm not going to make videos about, but I can do it there and share it on social media with you guys. Rusty hits up with the $5 donation, says, love your videos, man. Find what works best for you. Thank you so much for using that Streamlabs link. Of course, anyone who uses the Streamlabs link or the direct to PayPal donation link in the description, there's less fees taken out of that than there is because YouTube takes a cut out of every single super chat because it's their platform. That's just what they do. Whereas Streamlabs does not take a cut. So thank you so much for your $5 donation through that. Let me check my notification, make sure there wasn't any other. Nope. Okay, I want to make sure there wasn't. Because direct to PayPal donations don't pop up right away. I have to manually add those in. Anyways, thank you so much. High five. So yeah, the podcast is going to come back. It'll be mostly, if you guys remember the format that was debuted for like the last 2 episodes, that's going to be what it is. Because that was my vision for the podcast, because I already rebooted it, and then my heart attack happened. So that's what it's going to be. It's a lot of work. So I got to figure out what schedule works best for me to edit that thing, get it up early for the patrons, and then get it up publicly and all that. So I still, unfortunately, have to sort through all that. I'll update the patrons ahead of time to know if the schedule is going to change with the podcast. Like, I think we're still going to record on Thursday nights, unless something with my fiance's schedule is weird and then a different night works better. But we'll figure that out. Basically, I will sort it out with Eric and 5J what night works best to record the podcast and when we're going to release it, and what night makes more sense with the news during the week, and whatever we're gonna do. So, and guests, I want to get more guests on the podcast as well. If any of the people out there in YouTube world still want to talk to me, because it's been kind of a messy year, so I've lost touch with a lot of people. Heck, I don't even really talk to Player Essence anymore. So like, I've lost touch with a lot of people over this year because I've just been not into this as I should have been. So all of that to say that whenever I figure out what content clicks and what works for me and what works for the audience, I'm going to bring more and more of that content every single week. And that's the plan moving forward. I will see how much of that content I'm going to commit to. And then the idea is to under-promise and over-deliver. So I might promise 3 videos a week and deliver 5, or something like that. That's kind of what I'm looking at. But again, I don't know how many videos yet. That's just, just tossing that out there. Could be more, could be less. Let's see here. Besides that, I don't have, that I guess that's just kind of all I have to say on that front. As I said, new video coming up later tonight. Let's see what, Koopa Troopa Poopa is here as well. Shout out to you. Welcome to the stream. Fresca's here. Whoo, sorry about that. I don't have any water. Why do I not have water down here? Because I haven't been in this office in a week. That's why there's no water down here. Mitchell Clyburn is here as well. I'm just shouting out to some people I missed. D-Dub is here. Don't your kids have a Switch? My son lost his, or got it stolen, one of the two. And my daughter keeps her Switch at her biological father's house. So there is technically not a Switch in this house right now. The mother effing Dig Panther is here as well. Yes, my daughter does still have her Switch, but she keeps it at her dad's house. So, because he's the one who got it for her. Let me see. What if you started streaming Let's Plays or stream scary games? I don't really have a passion for Let's Plays, so that won't happen. I mean, it doesn't mean I won't stream games. Of course I'll stream games. I don't really plan to do like Let's Play episodes or do horror games and start freaking out on camera or anything. That's not me. That's not true to who I am. So Smashy Plays is here as well. Welcome. Nate is here, who said play Minecraft. I hate Minecraft. Well, I don't hate Minecraft. I just don't like builder games. Ryan Lista is here. Pepper is here. Just got my Switch to game. Any game requests? We gotta get Breath of the Wild for sure. If you haven't played it yet. Maybe if you played it on Wii U, then I guess you're fine. I'm just going up to the Sierra, the Chosen One, is here as well. Or did I shout you out already, Sierra? I don't remember. Alex Boyer. Yeah, I think I shouted out all you guys that I see towards the top. Shiny Ray 01 is here as well. How's it going? Remember, if you guys have anything, ping me in the chat. I'm going to actually switch over to the YouTube chat so I can actually read or see the notifications pop in when you guys tag me in the chat if you have something to say. So I'm going to go back to when people were tagging me first. Sonic Man the Best said, actually, I'm glad Nate is live. It will take a lot of things off my mind, and I think that's what I need to do now. Thank you. Hey, no problem, man. I know life can be hard sometimes. Obviously, I know I have life hardships. I have some life hardships right now that I'm not even going to talk about because it's none of your guys' damn business. Um, but I'm glad that I could help distract you from your own hardships in life. That's always good to find a distraction. Thank you for going live. Needed that. Thanks for being you. No problem, Sonic Man. Let's see here. Some other people pinged me in the chat. Man, Sonic Man just pinged me like crazy. Don't know if I should ask, but did they say stress contributed to the heart attacks? Yes, they did. Stress was a big contributor to the heart attacks. Sonic Man the Best says, I know you probably don't want to do this, but I'm wondering if you started streaming exclusively on Twitch or Mixer, if revenue would increase. It would be more likely to, I would be more likely to donate more since money comes from ads more so than our pockets. Yes and no. The audience that I have on Mixer is really dinky, same on Twitch. So I might get more from people like you, you might give me 12 cents or 50 cents here or there. But like even in this stream alone, I've already made more money than I have made on Twitch in the entire past year. Now I know if it's exclusive on Twitch and I force people to go to Twitch, the audience could be bigger. Like Player Essence did a full-on switch to Twitch for a little bit there and forced all of his audience to go there to watch him. So maybe the views would go up if I forced people to go there. But I don't like forcing people to go anywhere. So we'll see. I had plans before to make game streams exclusive on Mixer. I don't know if I'm going to go forward with that plan. They will be on Mixer, yes, but I don't know if I'm going to go forward with making them exclusive to Mixer. We'll see. I have I'm less worried about that kind of stuff right now. I'm worried about just getting back into a flow with the channel, getting back to passionately doing what I enjoy, and whatever happens, happens. If I make a lot of money, great. If I don't, I don't. Like, whatever, just do what I do and enjoy it first and foremost. Then go for there. I think that's how you get momentum back on the channel. That's how you get the sub count going back up, the viewer count going back up, is just doing what I love. I think the passion clearly came through in those videos and have not come through this entire year. That doesn't mean there hasn't been videos that I'm not proud of this, that I'm, like there's some videos I made this year I am proud of. But a lot of them were, I don't know, like there were very few. It was like less than 3 videos, maybe 3 total. When I looked at every video this year that I actually am proud of what I did this year. So 3 out of like the hundreds I made isn't good. Let's see here. Trucker says, sell the graphics card now and get a Switch. Well, the graphics card isn't worth what a new Switch is worth. So no, and I'm not going to sell the graphics card now because it would make no sense for me to sell the graphics card now at a time when I'm going to be doing YouTube now a lot more often. It made sense when I wasn't doing YouTube that often, because then when I wanted to do YouTube editing, I could have used the laptop, and I still can use the laptop, but now that I'm going to be doing YouTube more often, and I have the ability to edit things and do streams, and like my entire setup is reliant on this computer right now, I would rather just keep that setup and not sell the graphics card and put myself in another bad situation. Or I sell the graphics card, still don't have enough money for the Switch anyways. Then the money I get from the graphics card I end up needing to use for something else in my life because I'm still living paycheck to paycheck. My own fault, no one else's fault. So still living paycheck to paycheck, making less money than I made at my old job. And then I sell the card, use it on something, end up not getting the new Switch. And now I still don't have a Switch, now I don't have a graphics card. I'm just not going to do that. Just not, that wouldn't be a good decision for me. Let me see here. Just because you don't play the game doesn't mean you can't talk or have an opinion on it. It's not that I think you need to play the game to have an opinion, especially on news on a game before it even comes out. It's that it's about the passion. So subconsciously knowing I can't play the game makes me have less passion for talking about a game. Does that make sense? Like, even if I don't buy a game, but I knew I could have bought it and I could have played it, I still can have a lot of passion to talk about that game. But when I know that I can't afford the game and I know that I can't, like, I don't even have the platform to play it on, it's kind of like a double whammy of my passion to talk about the game kind of vanishes. Does that make sense? It's more so that it's not that I need the games to talk about them, need the Switch to talk about them, but it really kills the passion when I don't, right? Does that make a lot of sense? I hope that makes sense. I'm not sure if it makes any sense, but let's see here. Son Man, if you get the chance and there is time tonight on your next topic, could you discuss a Sony announcing the PlayStation 5 name will make Nintendo reveal something earlier than before? I am not going to make a video on that because I don't think what Sony does affects Nintendo at all, like their decision making. So, and it's literally called exactly what they've called every other platform. So, I mean, and it's coming out exactly when people thought it's coming out. And the ray tracing thing they already announced. They just verified, I guess, that it's not software level. So, like, it's nothing that was announced at a PlayStation 5 probably has any effect on what Nintendo's doing. So, there you go. That's the entire video done. 30 seconds. Let's see here. Fresca is here. I'm so happy to see you. I haven't watched your streams for a couple of months. You're my favorite YouTuber. I'm sorry for all that's been going on, man. I wish you the best. It's all right, man. Pretty much everything that's happened is all self-inflicted, so no need to feel bad for me. My bad choices throughout my life all bubbling up, but that's no one's fault but my own. So can't blame anyone for any of the stress or anything else. It's all self-created. Something you learn in life at times, that you can only control what you can control, and I controlled the things that I controlled poorly over this past year. So, you can kind of Nintendo, if it was stolen, you would have to buy a new one, but they can transfer the data. They don't tell you that. My friend was able to on 3DS. I don't need the data. The data is all backed up. I have an active Nintendo Switch Online account. My data is all backed up. I don't need the data. I need a new Switch. So that doesn't do me any good. Player Essence is generous supporters, and you are looking at one of them. Hey, Christian Kinuani. Welcome. Yeah, Player Essence does have a lot of generous. I've been a generous supporter of him in the past. I think when things were going really well for me at some point last year, and Player Essence wasn't actually getting a lot of generous support, I gave him like $300 one night, I think, in a stream. And I did that so he could take his daughter to like a water park or whatever. And he did do that. He literally like sent me photos and everything. It was really cool. Back when I was doing better, that I could do something nice for him like that. Because he wasn't getting, he was actually, I don't know if jealous is the right word, but he was like in shock. He would come to my live streams and people were just dumping money on me in 2018. He's just like, what is he doing to get all this money? I'm like, I have no idea. He would ask me, like, how are you getting all these donations? I'm like, I just make content, man, and people show up and give me money. I don't know what to tell. I don't know what to tell. And then they stopped when I started asking for money. See what happens there? Like, people are all for giving money when you're not asking for it. But when you ask for it, they're like, yeah, you know how much money you've made? Why are you asking for money? So, makes sense. It makes a lot of sense if I'm being completely honest. So, but hey, welcome to my stream. Isn't he streaming right now? Isn't Player Essence streaming right now, or did he not get his audio sorted out? No, he was having some audio issues. But welcome to the stream, Christian. Nintendo Switch Online should allow you to play games on Windows or Mac OS. That could be a perk for subscribing and make it exclusive. Oh my god, Nintendo Switch Online has a lot of issues. Just because they gave us SNES games, it's like, hey, it's been a year. Here's some SNES games. It's like, but what about every other issue with that? No, okay. As Arlo put in a video, I think the other day, yeah, Nintendo Switch Online a year later still kind of sucks. Hasn't really gotten any better. So all these improvements they've been working on, been a year, doesn't feel like anything's really gotten better. Besides now we have SNES games. Let's see here. J-Lo! What a name. I know this might not be what your name's in reference to, but Jennifer Lopez is like one of my fiance's like idols. And like one of her favorite celebrities. We went to a movie, the Hustler movie that she stars in. And I gotta admit, it was actually a lot better movie than I anticipated. It is based on a true story, which obviously helps because then like things that are based on a true story are often pretty entertaining since it's something that actually happened. So like you can like you always get this like sense of disbelief when you're watching certain movies, but like when it's something that actually happened, it's like, oh yeah, well I mean, why do I have a sense of disbelief when literally I can look up the story and see, oh yeah, this is what happened. So obviously things in these movies aren't always 100% accurate to what actually happened, but Yeah, I watched the movie. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, and and J Lo is a stripper in there. So like, first comment out of my fiance's mouth was, "Damn, she looks good," because J Lo's like 50 now. Crazy, but yeah. I just think it was funny. I saw your name and it instantly made me think that of the movie that we went to. But yeah, I'm glad to be back. Nice to see you. I'm looking good. Thanks. I don't know if I look any different now than I did months ago. I have lost weight. 44 pounds now. Long way to go still, but 78 to get to my ideal weight. And then I made a pledge to myself this week that within 2 years I will be able to see an outline of abs on my body somehow. Like, it doesn't need to be like I need to have a big six pack, but like if I like stretch a certain way or if I flex a certain way, you could tell there's abs. That's kind of my goal. So a long way to go, because the first goal is dropping the weight and then building the muscle. So we'll see what happens. You can build muscle while you drop weight as well. That's obviously a thing too. Let's see here. Imagine people going to your door, knock, here, take this $5 billion bill. It's totally not fake. No, don't hold it up to the light. No, Mark. Jeez. Zeke Talmadge is here. What's up, Zeke Talmadge? Zeke? I don't know. I'm sure exactly. Heck, I'm probably saying Talmage or Talmage wrong or something. Welcome to the stream. Says, is there a reason you haven't scheduled a live stream to fundraise for your new Switch? I feel like people would come through if they know you are getting a new Switch from it. Yes. There actually is a very good reason why I'm not fundraising for a Switch. I sold something. I'm not going to ask strangers to buy it back for me. That's like saying, hey, I sold all my physical library of Switch games. Why don't you guys buy those games back for me? I mean, if I make enough money off streams and I choose to spend that money on a Switch, that's one thing. But like, I'm not going to ask people to buy me something that I willfully sold. Does that make sense? Feels kind of probably the most sleaziest e-begging I could do, to be like, hey, look, so I used to own all this stuff. I willfully sold all this stuff. Why don't you buy it back from me again? I promise I'll never sell it again, which maybe I won't. Maybe I like, no, I'm not doing that. No. Even though I'm pretty sure if I did a stream for it, you're right, I could raise the money. No thanks. Especially when I could really use that money on other things right now. The whole reason I'm not buying a Switch right now is because I'm living paycheck to paycheck. So if suddenly I did a stream to raise money for a Switch and I got $300 or whatever, or $320 for taxes or whatever I need, like, I need that money for other things. I could pay my cell phone bill, or I could pay electric or groceries or clothes or something. Like, I need money for other things right now that are more important than a Switch. That's why I don't have a Switch. It's not that I can't get my hands on $300 and buy a Switch. It's that if I do get my hands on $300, I got other things I got to take care of. So there's no point in me reasoning. Zeke Tallmage. Nice. Zeke Tallmage. I'll try to remember that. I'll probably forget. Switch Online is a joke, but I still got it again. Still need a Miiverse replacement too. I do miss Miiverse. It was a lot more fun than it had any right to be. The online solely exists because of Smash and Splatoon 2 and Mario Kart and future games. I tweeted you the mess Rockstar Games announced about free games. The mess? What mess? What are we talking about? Let me look at my tweets. Today, we're proud to announce that Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming to PC on November 5th with special bonuses available to players who pre-purchased through the Rockstar Game Launcher starting October 9th. Okay, what's wrong with that? We also want to say thank you to the millions of people who have already downloaded the Rockstar Game Launcher and received a free copy of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Okay, what's wrong with this? For those yet to download Rockstar Game Launcher, be sure to download it by Tuesday, October 8th to get Grand Theft Auto. How's that a mess? They're just saying that, hey, you need to have the launcher by the 8th to get Grand Theft San Andreas for free. What's the mess? I don't understand. They have a time you can get a game for free till the 8th. I don't really know. How's that a mess? That sounds perfectly reasonable. They can do whatever the hell they want. It's their game. Well, you get 3 games. Okay, so I don't know. I really don't know what the problem is. Being completely, I really like. Okay, you download a free launcher and get a free game up to a certain date, and then it's not free after that. I mean, okay, I don't really know what drama there is there. Some people get upset over stupid things. I think this is something that people are upset over. It's just stupid. Abel Diaz Urbina is here. Welcome. Says good to see you're doing good, Nate. Congrats on your weight loss. Keep it up. Thanks. I'm gonna try to keep it going. So are you looking for a job or do you get one? I have a job. Not gonna talk about it, but I have a job. Have you heard that Doom Eternal is delayed till March 2020? I already know. I have a video coming on it tonight. That's actually what my news video is about, so I'm not gonna talk about it right now. Miiverse was great. I wish there was a Street Pass replacement even more. Yep. Senator is free again starting today. Oh, okay. Nate works for Nintendo of Wisconsin. Later, Fresca. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Hope you had a good time. We'll keep the stream going for probably another half hour. Just because I want to make sure I get that video up before it gets too late. I don't want it to be like midnight and then the video goes up. So we'll go another 30 minutes here. Yeah, going another 30 minutes here. Yep, you have a great night too, Fresca. Nintendo Dells. We're talking about the Wisconsin Dells. Wisconsin Dells is pretty fun. I mean, like any tourist trap or might as well call it a tourist trap. It will suck your money dry. But I mean, there's some fun things to do there too. We usually end up going there about once a year with the kids. It's pretty fun. Nintendo Antarctica. I mean, it is kind of a like there are some things in the Dells that are a complete waste of money. But there are also things in the Dells that are totally worth the money. Like Noah's Ark is awesome, and it's worth going to at least once, especially if you go during the week. It's pretty fun. Giant water park. I think it's the biggest water park in the world. Something like that. It's huge. It's weird that it's in Wisconsin where it can't be open year round too. But maybe that's why it's in Wisconsin. Makes it more of a novelty item. Man, that road to 50K subs. Yeah, YouTube changed all their things, so now the sub counts don't work. Like our total subscriber count says 46,000, but that's not what it actually is. And the road to 50K subs thing is totally off base. Oh man, I'm gonna have to probably. I'm gonna need it. I need to get a new stream layout. This layout I'm using now has served me well, but I think it's time to build something new. Probably build a few layouts, to be honest. Maybe get multiple camera angles going. Why not that? I have another webcam I could set up like over here, and I could like look at it for dramatic effect or something. I don't know. Do close-up shots with it. Social Blade said I once had negative one sub. Yeah, like Social Blade's all messed up right now. Social Blade's completely messed up right now. So, because YouTube changed everything. So, I could still see my total subscriber count in the back end, but let's see here. Zeke Tallmage says, looks like Barbara is streaming Switch gameplay, so I'm going to jump over to her stream. I don't know who that is, but awesome. You have a good night, man. See you later. Man, not a lot of chatter tonight. We have 40 plus people watching, but Sonic Man the Best is dominating the entire chat. Do you guys have any questions? Anything you want to ask me? Personal or about Nintendo, about news happening, anything at all? Like, at me in the chat. Let's go. Let's talk about something. We have a lot of people watching for so few people saying anything. So, you're going to start making me think that, like, every stream I do, I have 30 bots watching or something. That's the only people that watch my stream are bots. Don't you know? Don't you know? Jeez. Bots that donate. I mean, there was only, 4 donations total. So, I mean, I said 30 bots. There's 42 people watching. That leaves 12 real people. At least 12 real people. The amount of people who have donated or super chatted have not exceeded my estimate on bots. And it's funny, YouTube says I'm playing No Man's Sky. I just noticed. YouTube says I am playing No Man's Sky. Because this game that we're doing right now, this total no game, this chatting live stream about Nintendo stuff and about a Nintendo channel is playing No Man's Sky. Track Zero has a question. Nintendo Prime, do you play your DS sometimes? You mean this bad boy right here? Yeah. And the nice old GBA port. No, I do not. I don't think I even have a charger for it anymore. I'm pretty sure the proprietary charger in the back that I do not have a charger for it right now. So no, I do not play it. It does work. At least it worked last time I tried to use it like a year ago, 2 years ago. But no, I do not play the DS anymore. Oh, sorry to hear what? That I lost the charger? I mean, it's been years. I mean, come on, man. Started playing the 3DS, in 2011? Wasn't that when the 3DS came out? And that's like the last time I seriously played my DS. Like I said, I turned it on a couple years ago. Because I found it and I wanted to see if it worked. So I borrowed a friend's charger to get it to turn on. And I'm like, oh yeah, it still works. Popped in a GBA card, popped in a DS card. It worked. Everything worked fine. So, but no, I don't really have a reason to use it. So I don't have any. I personally don't own any GBA or DS games. Maybe I do. Maybe I'm looking up there. I have some boxes for games, but I'm pretty sure the games aren't actually in the boxes. Like I have, at some point in my life, for some reason, I bought 2 copies of for 3DS. I bought Majora's Mask 3D. 2 copies of it apparently. I don't know where the games are because they're not in the case. I have some PC games over there that I actually have the discs for, but that's because you can't resell PC games. I'm half surprised I didn't dump my entire gaming collectibles. I didn't sell them over the past month and a half. I think it's just because I wasn't in this office. I literally just was not in here. Like I'm just staring around this office like, man, I have just not been in here at all. Like my desk is a mess right now. But this mess is from like 2 months ago. Like look at this. You could tell this is disgusting. So I got this Sun Chip bag here, right? It even still has chips in it. No bugs. Surprisingly, no bugs. This has been sitting here for 2 months. This was here from before my heart attack. Another bag. This one's empty, though. There is a breakfast sandwich bag from 2 months ago. There is a Mountain Dew bottle from 2 months ago. Now, I've been in here, obviously. I mean, I got these candy hippos that Mitchell Clyburn sent me. Ate those 2 months ago. It's weird. Like, I think these are the only 2 bottles in here that were actually from the last 2 months. And it's from when I did a couple live streams. Got to represent Mario 64. You know what? Why isn't Mario 64 back here? Here's what it is. This should be here. Mario 64 should stand right there in a prime spot. That's right. Super Mario 64. I think that was sent to me by Mitchell, too. Or was that sent to me? Someone from Australia might have sent it to me. I don't... No, wait, no. That's a... maybe that is from Australia. I don't remember. Now I don't remember. You probably can't even see it on camera because of the background blur. But yeah, that's Super Mario 64. Ultimate Keymaster is here for real now. Done with your shower. Edward Norton is here. How's it going, Edward Norton? Edward Norton, the Norton Meister. One thing I do need to do is like... One second. I need to do that. Sure, why not? Sure, why not? There we go. We need to get some more mods up in here. So there we go. All of the old mods don't show up anymore. like Be Righteous or Mark Greenberg. I don't know if you guys even remember those guys. They don't really even show up anymore. Just for the hell of it, I started Mario Kart Tour earlier and wanted to see what would happen if it didn't touch my phone. I was in first place with the first lap from doing nothing. Then I got an 8th. You should do a stream of what we can find in the trash can as a joke. Oh, I did empty the trash can. Not even a bag in here right now. I did empty that because we had a fruit fly problem, which were from my kids because they left apple cores underneath the couch, and I didn't know that. So there was fruit flies under that I took care of. They're pretty much all gone now. There's like, I can see a few of them. Like I have a trap over here that I built for the fruit flies. I can see a few of them still over there, but there was like thousands of them in here. It was really bad. They're all gone now for the most part. So there's some eggshells on the floor from when Yulia was smashing eggs on my head, or smashed a egg on my head, I guess, and then I smashed one on hers. Still gotta clean that up. That's how little I'm in here. I didn't even clean up after that egg smashing stream. Everyone Recording's coming to Smash, right? Still want Waluigi in Smash. If you have your Mii in Smash, did you know you can be in the game? I think everyone knows that. Zeke Tallmage came back to give the stream a thumbs up. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Hey, if you're enjoying the stream, why not give it a thumbs up? Let's see how many thumbs up we can get the stream to, huh? I'm counting 24 thumbs up right now. Is that count actually accurate? Yeah, 24. Hey, there's actually a nice gaming related ad on my stream right now. How about that? From Scuff Gaming Impact or scuffgaming.com. I refreshed my page and I'm like, oh, look at that. An actual gaming relevant stream. Or a gaming relevant ad on my stream. Nice. Hey, we're up to 27. Look at that. Let's go. Can we get it to 40? We have 42 people watching. Can we get it to 40 likes? Come on now. We got another 22 minutes on the stream. Let's go. Let's get to 40 likes. I know we can do it. I know we can do it. Thank you, DN Megasdan, for the upvote. Thanks for the mod. No problem, man. There are atoms, sir, and micro-sized things in it. Nor there are people that were surprised about the Mii's since it is in settings. That is weird. Rusty says, any early predictions on what Nintendo might bring to the Game Awards? Bayonetta 3. It's coming. I know you could argue that that's not being brought by Nintendo. It's being brought by... oh my gosh. I've been out of the game so long, I forgot who makes Bayonetta. Japanese company. Makes really awesome games. I remember all the games they've made. Why can't I think of the name of the company? Don't tell me. Platinum Games. Platinum Games. God dang it. Someone had to say it in the chat before. So, people, guys, it's okay. I did not look at the chat. I hope you saw my eyes. I did not look at the chat when I figured that out. Platinum Games. So you could argue Platinum Games bring that, not Nintendo. But, yeah, I think Bayonetta 3, I think it's going to be shown. It was originally announced at E3, or at E3. It originally announced at the Game Awards. I think now will be the time it gets shown. Sega owns the IP, but Platinum makes it. Anyways. So, Abel Diaz Urbina, I think I said, yeah. Oh, the Project of Gamers, though. The first time you said anything. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Morrison, 22. Heyo! So here's a question. Dun, dun, dun. What's the best way to report a bug I found in Ni no Kuni for Switch? I have video evidence of a soft lock. I recorded it on my Switch and would love to share it with the dev. Tweet it. As D-Dub said, a lot of publishers look at stuff on Twitter. If you tweet it at them, maybe tweet it at one of the somebody who works in the PR department there or something as well. Usually, most gamers have a good track record if you use Twitter and you tweet issues or proof of your bugs, like a little Twitter video of the bug to them. You can help get traction as well by tweeting that bug to some people, some popular social media people who happen to play Ni no Kuni, especially on Switch or whatever, if it's a Switch bug, and get them to retweet you or something. That helps as well. Basically, the more attention you can draw to it, the more likely they are to see it and solve the problem. Tweet to who? I will. 1 second. Yeah, Bandai Namco, probably. The U.S. branch. And then maybe tag some people on Twitter that play Ni no Kuni. That's what I would try to do anyways. Sonnyman the Best says Disney CEO walks on stage and says that they are forcing EA to put on Switch. Andrew Wilson, for some reason, is nowhere to be found when he was told to go on stage. That would be funny. Tweet to who? Yeah, Bandai Namco. The game reminds me of Ponyo. Level 5's apparent official Twitter doesn't have much activity. Yeah, Bandai Namco is the one to get a hold of. Abel Diaz says, this may seem random, but do you have any advice for fat loss? Like, what has worked for you? What are you doing differently that has helped? Any tips? Oh, I got lots of tips. Cut the shit. Let's start with that. I don't know what your eating habits are. First thing to address are your eating habits. I used to eat fast food every day. Even if it was Subway, doesn't matter, still fast food. I would eat fast food every day. Don't care if it was McDonald's, don't care if it was takeout pizza, don't care what it was. I would eat fast food every day. So that was a problem for me. Cut out the fast food. Stop it. Just seriously, stop the fast food. Not worth it. It's not that you can't ever have fast food again. But if you're someone who's doing it daily or doing it like 5, 6, 7 times a day, multiple times a day, stop. You can have it 1 time per week, max. 2, cook your own damn meals. I don't know what you're making, but cook your own damn meals. Now, fast food's not a problem for you, then you need to look at the meals you're making. Lots of chicken, fish, fruit and veggies. I know some of this stuff isn't as good tasting as a giant juicy burger or an awesome mushroom and A1 sauce covered steak or something. I understand that there are a lot of really great tasting stuff out there. I understand that chips are absolutely fucking amazing. So is candy. So are all the sugary drinks, like all the freaking sodas in the world. Stop it. Just stop it. It's not that I don't drink soda anymore. I do. Full admittance. I still have caffeine and I still have soda here and there. But I drink way more water every day than I do anything that's bad for me. I'm drinking like 8 to 10 glasses of water a day. And I might have a single soda. Maybe. I don't even have soda every day. So there's that. A lot of it's just adjusting your mindset to... For me, it's easy. It was easier for me because I was basically told if I didn't, my blood pressure would get worse and I might die. So like, I have a health related reason that's forcing me to change. So it's a lot easier mentally for me to get past the hurdles, get past the cravings. Adjust this, like as an example, I like tacos. You think I'm giving up tacos? No, I found a way to make tacos healthy or healthier, healthy enough that I can have it every week. So a lot of it is just figuring out the right kind of foods. Now, this next part is something that's really hard to do. I intermittent fast. What does intermittent fasting mean? No, I do not go a day without eating food. Don't do that. That's bad. But what I will do is every 3 days, so once every 3 days, I will only have 1 meal that day. That's it. And the meal won't be any different than if I was having 3 meals. So basically what happens is you basically go a full 14 hours without eating, like while you're awake. And doing that, as hungry as you might feel, just know, well, the next day you get your normal breakfast, your normal lunch, your normal dinner. The point of the intermittent fasting is to shrink your stomach quicker. So it sucks that you're going to be hungry, but now that I've been doing it for 2 months, I'm going to tell you, it's gotten easier and easier and easier as it's gone. It was really hard at the beginning, and now intermittent fasting, sometimes it's happening for me, 4 times a week now instead of just 2 to 3. So, just something to keep in mind. intermittent fasting is healthy and perfectly okay. Doctors will tell you it's okay. Unless you have like a blood sugar issue, of course. But assuming that that's not a problem for you, not diabetic or anything, that is a good way to go. So a lot of it's just dieting. And then this is the big kicker. This is something simple. It sounds simple, but it's really hard at first. You need to go on a walk every day, 7 days a week. No excuses. Go for a walk. Your walk should ideally be 3 to 5 miles every day. Doesn't matter how long it takes you. If you're really slow, whatever. The point of the walk is, in addition to the dieting, if you do no other workouts, you will still lose weight with the walk and just the diet change. Because what the walk does is it gets your body active. Because say you have a desk job, or say you sit down and watch a lot of TV, or whatever the case, like you're just not super physically active. A lot of people that are overweight are not super physically active. Because the super physically active people can pretty much eat whatever the hell they want because they're gonna burn that food off through their activity. But people like me that work from a desk or whatever, we don't get that kind of physical activity. So going on that 3 to 5 mile walk every single day gets your body active, as even if it takes you a while to do the walk, and it will get quicker over time as you lose weight, and your body adjusts to walking every day. And yeah, you're going to be sore and you're going to be in pain and you're going to be popping Tylenol like crazy or whatever works for you, and that's just part of it. But it gets your body active, which activates your metabolism. It makes it so now your dieting is even more effective because your metabolism is now actually eating some of that food up and burning some of those calories off. So while the walk itself might only burn 100 calories or whatever, say you walk just 3 miles, or you fall just short of it at 2.5 or something, and you only, you check your little fitness app and it says, oh, you only burned 120 calories. That seems like nothing, but it's not about the 120 like the walk itself isn't about the calories you burn while you're on the walk. It's not about that. It's about kicking your metabolism into gear. So it's making it so your body is naturally burning more calories throughout the day rather than having to just burn your calories through the walk. So it's not about the walk and the loss. It's about the metabolism. So that's just doing those two things alone, that diet tweaking and the walk. The weight will start to melt away, especially if you're like me, where I still am technically obese. The weight will melt away, and you could easily drop 100 pounds in 6 months to a year. And it's a lifestyle change. Of course, it's a lifestyle change to find the time to do the walks, especially here in Wisconsin where we have harsh winters. Doesn't matter, still got to do it. So it is a lifestyle change. There is no way to lose weight without changing your lifestyle. I just got to throw that out there right now. You cannot lose the weight you want to lose without changing your lifestyle. So it is a lifestyle change, but it's not as hard as you think. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to give up every food. Like today, I had a few slices of pizza today. Pizza's not part of my diet. Today was my cheat day, so I chose to have a few slices of pizza. I can still have the food that I like and love. I don't cut all these things I love to eat, like chips or whatever. Like they're not cut out of my life. They're just done in such limited quantities that they don't have a net negative impact on my weight. Like I'm not gaining weight by eating them. I'm continually losing weight because I don't have it that often. So that's kind of the big thing. Let's see here. So I got my video unblocked now. It was from 2013, and I was talking to Aaron Weber, the GM of Sega. He's now a social media guy. Nice. Nate, the opposite of just do it. Just clap. Stop it. Unless you aren't feeling good, you should not skip meals. Talk to your doctor. Intermittent fasting once every 3 days is actually, especially depending on your weight class, is actually considered healthy. Because what's happening a lot of times with people that are overweight is we consume way more food. Even when we're on a diet, we end up consuming way more food than we're supposed to. So when you take that break, you are kind of kicking your body into a, hey, let's burn some fat mode. It's just a trick, basically. Like a life hack, one of those stupid life hacks out there. Again, check with your doctor before you don't just jump into intermittent fasting. You need to check with your doctor because your health may dictate that you can't do intermittent fasting. But intermittent fasting is considered healthy. It's just a matter of who you are, what your weight is, and what your doctor says. Listen to your doctor. Listen to the nutritionist. But my nutritionist and my doctor said, intermittent fasting is the way to go for me. So, I mean, it's not just intermittent fasting. Obviously, you have to change your entire lifestyle and diet. But I'm going to tell you, I eat more chicken now than I think I've ever eaten in my entire life. That's like the meat protein that I really like. You can have turkey and stuff too. Turkey's really lean. The best way to do is just cut yourself off. Yeah, like like the snacking has to stop. A big thing is snacks. Like when you eat meals, don't eat until you're full. Eat until you're satisfied. Right? Now me, I kind of measure my portion sizes out, so I kind of know what to eat. But a lot of people, when you're overweight, we overeat. And so it takes a lot of food to make us feel full. You don't need to feel full. You need to feel satisfied. And that's a hard mindset to change when your entire life you just ate till you were full. Like, isn't that what most of us do? We eat till we're full. Oh, we're not full after one plate of food at the buffet? Let's go get a second and a third and a fourth until we're full. But the idea is not to eat, like when you're overweight and trying to lose weight, if you have an awesome metabolism, you just eat whatever the hell you want. Seafood, need a diet, fine, go for it. But when you're overweight and trying to lose weight and your body doesn't react that way to food, you need to just eat until you're satisfied. So like if you go into a meal and you're really, really hungry and then you have one plate of stuff and don't eat it super fast. If you just eat it at a normal pace, see how you feel after a few minutes. If you're still really, really hungry, go ahead and have some more. But if you're not really, really hungry, I could eat more. I'm not full. I can eat more. But you're satisfied? Leave it at that satisfied state. Wait like an hour and a half. Have a banana. Have an apple. You can still have the snacks as long as they're the healthy snacks and you're limiting your diet. See what you're doing? You're spreading out your food intake. So then you're eating a normal portion size and filling in when you might get hungry again with a healthy snack. Anyways, that's just these tips you can literally get off the internet. You don't even have to talk to a doctor about it. But I'm just going over what I do because I think it's only fair to talk about my own experience in losing weight right now and what I'm doing and what works for me. So Satisfy is full, so basically no seconds. Not necessarily. Satisfy is not full for me. Let me tell you. I'll give you an example. When I go and I make some chicken tacos, right? I had them 2 days ago. I ate 2 chicken tacos. I was not full. I could have easily ate 5 chicken tacos. But after eating those 2 chicken tacos, I didn't feel like I was starving. I didn't feel like I need to get food right this second. Like, that feeling of starvation where, oh my God, I gotta eat. Like the next thing I gotta do, I gotta eat, or I'm getting hangry or something. I didn't feel that way. I just said, oh, I'm good. I could eat more. I could eat more than double what I just ate. But I'm okay. See, feeling for full, I don't feel full unless I overeat. And when I overeat, you get tired. That's what like when you eat, Thanksgiving dinner. Everybody knows you ate Thanksgiving dinner. Everyone overeats, and then you're really tired after. Like that's what it was like for every meal. Like, no, don't overeat. Just eat until you're not at that point that you feel like you're starving. That's satisfied. Like that's what the satisfaction. I don't even know if that's a word, but that's like when you're satisfied is when you're no longer starving. Believe it or not. And you're not really starving, by the way. A lot of our feelings of starvation is not actual starvation. It's just our body is so accustomed to shoving so much food in us that like we're like, oh, we need to eat now, but like you don't really need to eat now. That's another thing too. But let me see here. Bill Nye the Science Guy said breakfast is breaking your fast. What? What if you like to drink beer and do shots? How do we incorporate that into the diet? It's hard to incorporate alcohol. You can, I still drink once in a while. I had a couple beers the other day. Obviously, you guys know, you've seen me do some rum chata on stream. Like, I still have some drinks. I don't drink as often as I used to. Obviously, I'm not drinking every stream. I don't go out as often as I used to, which makes it a little easier as well. And yeah, when I go out, if I go out to the bar with my friends, I'm probably going to have a little too. I'm going to get a little tipsy probably because it can be fun as long as you do it responsibly. There isn't really a way to incorporate it in. Usually what I'll do is the day that I'm going to do the drinks, because all the shots and the drinks are going to be full of sugar and other stuff that you really shouldn't have. So usually on that day, I'll choose the intermittent fast. And what I'll do is I basically will wake up knowing that I'm going to drink that night or whatever. Say I'm going to go out for drinks at like 8 p.m. or something. I won't eat all day until about 6 p.m. And then 6 p.m. I'll have my one meal. Now, that one meal is timed at that time because you never want to go into drinks on an empty stomach because you could just get wasted really, really quickly, which might sound great, but it's not really. You're probably going to get sick and throw things up and have stomach acid come out, and it's not cool. You got to get something in you before you drink. So what I'll do is I'll eat about 6, so then everything's digested by the time I go out. Then I go out, and I'm not starving because I just ate a couple hours ago, and then I have the drinks, and the drinks kind of fill in the rest of the calorie intake for that day. So yeah, you might end up at 2,000 calories for that day, and yeah, most of it's junk sugar, but it's a cheat day. You just have to accept it's your cheat day. That the drinking that day was your cheat day. But as long as you did your walk that day and you intermittent fasted that day, you probably aren't going to put on any extra weight. So like you can have all the drinks you want, wake up the next day, you're not going to weigh 2-3 pounds heavier than you did the day before. Like it's just not going to happen. If you intermittent fasted that day, ate at the right time, and then did your walk, you're fine. So it's all about, as I said, you don't have to cut out all these things in life. You just have to make some adjustments to yourself to enable you to enjoy those things in life. That's the way I feel anyways. Feel free to disagree, of course. I'm just telling you what I do. Thanks for the tips. I made sure to take notes. I really appreciate it. No problem. Like, I've heard some of these tips my entire life. Until I had my heart attack, I had my hernia last year. Didn't take it serious. Heart attack, pretty damn serious. I got 3 kids. Young kids. Ages 4, 6, and 8? Yeah, 8. She turns 9 this year. 9 in December. So, they're too young for me to die. Like, I gotta at least make it to their high school graduations, right? Like college graduations or whatever. I want to see them get married. Like, I gotta be alive a lot longer. So, I gotta take the health pretty seriously. Plus, I don't want to leave Yulia without me. Like, she might be able to find another guy or another person to love her and take care of her, but no one can replace. Like no other woman could replace Yulia for me. Same here. Like no matter what other guy could come into her life and satisfy her or whatever it is, like it's still not a replacement for me. You don't want me to die. I don't want to leave her without me. So like yeah, I had to get my crap under control. So hopefully it inspires others to do it too. It's good that you have a plan. That's all about making the changes and turn it into habit. That's what it is for me. It's already a habit. So think game talk. Let's see. Hershey's Chocobo Kisses is that I keep saying just one more. The chocolate. Exactly. We just aren't starving. Well, yeah. Like, you're not literally starving. But you feel like you are because your body's so used to having a certain amount of food taken in at once. Like, when you first do your diet change, it is, I'm not going to lie to you, it's rough. Because you feel like you're starving all the time, but I promise you it will go away. If you just stick to it, it will go. You will stop feeling like that because you're not actually starving. Your body is just telling you, hey, at this time I'm used to having all this food. What the hell is it? But you don't actually need it. It's just the habits that you've been living is making you feel that way. I promise it will change. When we are hungry, we aren't really. That's not true all the time, but I mean, when you're overweight, a lot of times when your body's telling you to eat, it doesn't really need to eat. Alcohol is just empty calories. Pretty sure a shot is. Oh, what's it say on the rum shot? See, and this is a bad one because this one doesn't have it on there. It was on a little sticker. Let me actually look up. It's different for every alcohol. Like how many calories is a shot of rum chata? Like a shot of rum chata is 140 calories. A shot of just straight vodka, I think, is much less. Yeah, 97 calories. A lot of it's going to be dependent on what you're drinking. Let me see here. Yeah, 190 calories in Everclear if you have a shot of Everclear. Lowest calorie alcohol. Get drunk, not fat. So like, let's see here. Let me see here. Mike's Hard Lemonade's apparently not that high in calories. Wow, I'm just surprised on that. A lot of things seem to be about in the 90 calorie range for a shot. But again, as I said, most people aren't going to be doing 7 shots of vodka. Like, you're pretty effed up on that. So, and even if you did, if you intermittent fasted that day, you have the room for the calories. Yeah, it's crappy calorie. So like, I can't tell you that anything about drinking, having your shots and your beer and all. Like, I can't tell you that any of that's good for you. Of course it's not. I'm just saying that, like, if you don't want to give up partying, you could still party and lose weight. Like, another way to ensure that you can party and lose weight is to do more than just a walk, do actual workouts, like hit the weight room, do a lot more hardcore cardio and stuff. Do more than the walk. So there's ways to keep drinking and still lose weight. But I'm still losing weight, and I have drinks, I don't know, once a week, something like that. So I don't think that will happen, especially with marriage coming up. What are you talking about? You don't think what will happen with marriage coming up? What up, my dude? What's up, the Retro Snack? Doing any conventions soon? Nope. I don't know. I don't really do conventions. Well, signing off early. It's okay. Later, you're going to the gym. See you later, Shine Ray. The only beneficial drink I know of is Guinness Trap Beer. It has about the same amount of antioxidants found in a cup of green tea. Yeah, Guinness is all right. I don't like Guinness though. I mean, technically, a glass of red wine a day is good for your heart. That is like something that's out there, but if you're like going to drink and not just like, oh, I'm just drinking for my health. Most people aren't going to drink for their health. They're going to drink because they want to party or something. Let's see here. Joel Prosco's here. What's up, man? He says, intermittent fasting is good. I sometimes do full-on fasting, and the first couple of days are rough, but then it gets better. Intermittent fasting makes way more sense. Yeah, I do intermittent fasting once every 3 days. Once every 3 days, I'll do like a 14-hour period of no eating. Sometimes there's 2 days in a row now. I'll do it because it's gotten a little easier. So I'll do 2 days in a row. But my doctor told me I shouldn't go crazy with it as long as the weight's still coming off and and everything. And my energy levels are good. Giving up on partying, I just need to stop making excuses. Like you said, cut the shit. Probably the best advice for someone like me. I mean, it took me having a heart attack to make me cut the shit. So I don't want people to get to that point where they're in threat of dying before they cut the shit. And because some people can get to the point where they're in threat of dying and cutting the shit's not going to fix it. Because the problem you created with your weight gain isn't going to go away now if you lose the weight. Like, it's permanent damage or something. So I'm lucky my damage isn't permanent. So. Yeah, the word shit is what got that comment hidden. YouTube doesn't like swearing. So, all right, that's going to do it. I got to get my video live that I worked on. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you really enjoyed it. Let me check the stuff here. I got to give a shout out to everyone. So, Tornin Prince for the $2. Thank you so much. Timothy Bryce for the $2.99. Thank you so much as well. Jonathan Hernandez. And let me go check. I know we had a $5 donation as well. Jonathan Hernandez with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much. And we have Rusty, who donated $5. Says, love your videos there. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for that support. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.